I'm going to sew the first piece to the second piece of my top row. And then when these two are sewn together, then I'm going to sew this piece to those two. So then the first row will be completed. I'm going to finish, I'll be doing the same with the second row and the third row. And then after I'm done, I'm going to put it back on this design board and I'm going to show you what it looks like. And then we'll go from there. Okay, now you can see that they're all three rows are sewn together. Here's the bottom row, the middle row, and the top row. And now I just have to sew them the first row to the second, and then the second row to the third, and then that'll be it for my block. And that'll be the January block. When you've sewn the two blocks together, you have overlapping pieces. So you have the piece of fabric on this side, you have a piece of fabric over here, and then under it you'll have the same two little pieces. So you're pinning, when you pin this side, there's the first piece, the second piece, and then the third piece. So you're laying it over, and that's your first pin, and you're attaching it like this. And then when you go to the other side, you're pinning it looks like the opposite direction. Okay, so then it's pinned like, it'll go the other way. So they'll lay flat rather than be all bunchy and everything, and it'll be really thick. So this side of the row, the fabric will go to the right, and then on the other side, it'll go to the left. I hope that makes sense. And then you do it on each block. So this was the corner of the block, and then when you pin it over here, you do the same thing, and then you put your pins in the middle, and then that side is pinned, and then you pin the last corner, and then you pin it in the middle, and you're pinning it where the fabric meets again. Okay, here's my first two rows sewn together. As you can see, if I can fluff it out a little. Oops, not quite in the frame. All right, so those are two rows right there. And I'm going to now sew these two rows to this one here. Right, go back to the, well, first I have to pin it all, then I get to sew it. Here's my first block. It's a 12.5-inch block and unfinished. So when it's finished, when it's connected to all the other blocks, it'll be 12 inches. And that's what it looks like on the front. Flip it over and see how the back looks. It needs to be ironed. So all of the seams lay the same way, like that. So I'm going to take it over to the ironing board so I can iron this part of it, or the back side of it, I should say. And then I'll bring it back over. You'll see like all the little puffiness will be out of it, and it'll be smooth, and I'll have another shot of that. All right, it's back on the design board, and all of the seams have been pressed in the correct direction that they're going to go. And you do the back side first, and then when you iron it, flip it over, which I did, and then you iron on this side very carefully. And if you've ironed them correctly on this side and laid all of the seams flat, you should be able to iron the top of it like I did, and everything stayed where it was supposed to. And then as I ironed it, though, I found like it was along here. I just double checked because it was kind of thick to make sure that that seam stayed in the same place. So this is my block of the month for January, and it's called a rail fence. So I hope you like it. And for February, I don't know what the next block will be. I haven't been told yet. So when I know, you'll know. Thanks for watching, and I hope you like the block.